Okay guys, as mentioned in the previous comments on the other video, we have a bit of a problem. We almost got the balancer all the way on, but then the threads decided to strip. So I'm not sure how bad it is. I'm not sure if the tool threads were weaker than the crankshaft threads. I sure hope so. Anyway, we're going to take this balancer off, and then I'm going to run a tap through there, and then we're going to try this again. So we got the puller on, and for those that have read that you have to pull all kinds of stuff off to do this, you don't. There's a loop in that line, and the gear puller bolt, it just fits right through there, and you just have to turn it from underneath. So more later. The balancer's off, folks, so if you're going to do this, make sure you use the right tap. That's a 7/16 20, and tape your valve cover or your timing cover off real good so nothing gets in there. And unfortunately, there's no room here, so I'm going to have to use a ratchet, and I'm just going to take my time. That's the key to this, is going to be take your sweet time. And I'm really hoping I can refresh these threads and then refresh the tool and get this thing on. So more later. Okay, so we're starting to get a little debris out of here, and I don't know if that'll focus or not. This is a little blackberry. Looks like a piece of metal there, so I'm really hoping I get lucky with this. And the other thing you want to do is make sure you take your air hose and blow that sucker out as you're going through this. So we'll keep it going and see how we do. So we've got the hole all tapped out there. So as you can see, this is the tool that was claimed to be made from the best steel possible. So anyway, I'm going to cut the bad end off of that, and then put a die on it, and then put a couple of bolts on there and try this thing again. So when I get that done, we're going to try and get the damper on using this tool. More later. Okay, so I've cut the end off that tool, and now I put a little edge on there, so I'm going to run the die all the way down with the die handle, proper die handle. Make sure all the threads are good, but this looks really good. But I'll do the whole length and make sure everything's good. Then I'm going to attempt to put that balancer on. More later. Okay, so it looks like refreshing the threads has done the trick. I just put this pulley on there just to see how it lines up, and it lines up good. We got quite a bit there, about 5/16, but that's the bottom. It won't go any further, and I don't want to force it. And I got about 7/8 from the front of the crank snout to the front of the balancer, so I think I'm going to go with that's installed, and now we just got to get that bolt down and hope that it'll torque without stripping, and we dodged a bullet. So more later. So we're all done for today. Unfortunately, this bolt is not going to be long enough because the threads at the front are just no damn good. So I'm going to have to get online and order a longer bolt that'll torque down, and then we can get the rest of it back together. So that concludes this episode of Horseshoe Lucky, that we were able to get that balancer on. So that'll do it for today. Bye for now.